during the Cenozoic period, 65 million years ago. Shallow water creatures ventured deeper after the event and diversified into deep-sea fauna. McLean et al. Observed that many deep-sea taxa do indeed follow the island rule, such as gastropod mollusks. One of the tiniest gastropods, belonging to the genus Dentimago, dwells in the deep sea and exhibits insular dwarfism in a similar manner to that observed on islands. But in addition, many deep-sea crustaceans, like the giant isopod, grow enormous compared to their relatives that rarely exceed an inch or two in shallow waters. Down here, they can grow to 40 centimeters in length and weigh approximately 1.7 kilograms. These examples suggest that overall trends in body size for deep-sea animals are a result of reduced resources available in this environment. They will tend to converge on an optimal size for their particular ecological strategy and habitat. But unlike islands where limited resources selects for smaller body sizes, the opposite is true for the deep sea, as animals are not confined to a limited spatial range, and so can travel larger distances in search of food, thus requiring larger bodies to sustain them on these journeys. It's also been suggested that there is simply an evolutionary opening for larger body sizes in the deep sea, perhaps caused by the absence of many predators capable of feeding on larger organisms. For example, one of the only known predators of the 13-meter-long giant squid is the sperm whale, which must venture down into the depths from the surface to feed on them. Or perhaps the need for animals to conserve energy simply means an active hunting lifestyle is less favourable.
Experience the refreshing tropical lime flavor of Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Overall, deep-sea gigantism demonstrates the role of natural selection in driving evolution and survival, particularly for an environment characterized by challenging conditions and limited resources. Evolution tends towards the most effective adaptations to grant animals the best chances of survival. And whether large or small, evolution selects for the best adapted body size to survive these conditions. Though widely debated and often controversial, the research that has been done into the science behind deep-sea gigantism has significant implications in the human world. It is believed that climate change may have a greater impact on ocean dwellers than any other population of animals. As the colder oceans warm up, the balance of temperature, oxygen supply, and what organisms are present will throw the equilibrium off course. And the giants, which rely so heavily on this fine balance, may be the first to go. This portion of the video, Apex, an electric car that can do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds with a range of 396 miles. And even if you don't win, you can help support the Peterson Automotive Museum, a non-profit that explores and presents the history of the automobile. Your donation can help the museum extend its education programs, as well as aid the museum in developing new exhibitions, community events, and funding programs such as Yellow Brick, a free program for teens and young adults interested in attending trade school. So, for your chance to win a custom Tesla Model S Apex and support a great cause, the Peterson Automotive Museum, head to omaze.com/naturalworldfacts and enter now. The experience closes on January 27th at 11:59 p.m. PST. Thanks for watching.
Find a pet-friendly Italian restaurant with outdoor seating nearby and text it to Luca.
Find it real quick. Send it to the click. Wow, the place is sick.
The global ocean covers 71% of the surface of our planet, holding within a realm as boundless as it is mysterious. Here, beneath the shimmering surface, lies a bustling oasis teeming with life, where every creature plays a vital role in the intricate dance of survival. But 90% of the ocean lies in a place that sits quietly out of sight. In the depths below, the ocean plays host to a far stranger realm, the deep sea. This place is a world within our world, a place of silence, emptiness, and darkness. One where wonders are found drifting in a formless void. At the deep's upper limit lies the twilight zone, where the diminished light of the sun still holds mastery over its processes. It stretches from 200 meters to a kilometer down beneath the waves, but with the average depth of the ocean being almost 4 times deeper, and the deepest known point found at a depth of 11,000 meters, the twilight zone is little more than a sliver. The ocean's subsequent zones each command a greater expanse. The midnight zone, or bathypelagic, stretches to 4 kilometers down, a place so deep that the direct influences of the sun, the waves, and the tides are not felt, creating a habitat that has barely changed at all in millions of years. At its lower limits, the abyssopelagic begins, which hosts a great desert of silt on the deep ocean floor called the abyssal plain, a realm of mud dwellers. At just a few sites around the world, the ocean's final underworld plummets deeper still through great rifts etched by tectonic processes. These are the trenches, or the hadal pelagic. When it comes to unlocking their secrets, each of these zones poses a greater challenge than the last. But that hasn't stopped us from trying, with some success and much still unknown. Since the late 20th century, manned and remotely operated vehicles have granted access to the deep ocean. Like this one. ROV Sebastian, a robot owned and operated by Schmidt Ocean Institute. It is the size of a small car. And depth rated to 4.5 kilometers, its range covers the entirety of the twilight and midnight zones. Controlled from the surface vessel via a tether, Sebastian shines a light on the deep and reveals a glimpse at the veiled expanse beneath the ocean surface.
If you love iPhone, you'll love Apple Card. It comes with the privacy and security you expect from Apple. Plus, you earn up to 3% daily cashback on every purchase, which can automatically earn interest when you open a high-yield savings account through Apple Card. Apply for Apple Card in the Wallet app. Subject to credit approval, savings is available to Apple Card owners subject to eligibility. Apple Card and Savings by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Member FDIC. Terms and more at applecard.com.
But before we reach such depths, we must pass through the epipelagic, or sunlight zone, which spans the upper limit of the water column, down to a depth of 200 meters. It's a vibrant world. More than 90% of all marine life dwells here, and much of that belongs to the bustling cities of coral in the tropics, where food, shelter, and reproductive partners are not in short supply. Even out in the high sea, a community of floating animals that reside at the interface of air and water. Primary production is made possible near the surface by the rays of sunlight that filter through the waves. Microscopic plant-like animals called phytoplankton take on the role of producers,